Manchester United's new head coach, Ruben Amorim, officially stepped into his role this week, marking a fresh chapter for the club. The 39-year-old Portuguese tactician, known for his innovative strategies and ability to build cohesive teams, visited Old Trafford for the first time since his appointment on Thursday, ahead of his debut on the touchline next weekend. Amorim's visit was a symbolic moment as he familiarised himself with the stadium's rich history and took in the legendary atmosphere of the Theatre of Dreams. During his tour, Amorim surprised fans in the changing rooms, offering a rare and memorable encounter for visitors who happened to be on a club tour. These small gestures have already endeared him to the United faithful, signalling a manager who values connection with the fan base and the club's legacy. His first match in charge will be on Sunday next week, when Manchester United travels to face newly promoted Ipswich Town. As anticipation builds, Amorim is wasting no time in setting the tone for his tenure. His players, many of whom are currently on international duty, are set to return to Carrington early next week, providing the coach his first full opportunity to work closely with the squad. Despite being less than a week into his job, Amorim is already making bold decisions. Reports from GiveMeSport reveal that he is considering a tactical shake-up, particularly around Marcus Rashford's role in the team. Amorim is reportedly keen to test Rashford as a number 9 in his preferred 3-4-3 system, moving him away from the right wing where he has been playing to accommodate younger talents like Alejandro Garnacho. This decision underscores Amorim's intent to maximise Rashford's potential while ensuring balance within the squads. Although Rashford has predominantly played as a left winger for United, he has stepped up as a centre-forward during times of need. Amorim's tactical shift could reinvigorate the team's attacking options, aligning with his vision of fast-paced attacking football. As Amorim begins to lay the foundation for his Manchester United project, fans and pundits alike are eager to see how his philosophy will shape the team. With his clear intent to make impactful changes and a commitment to revitalising the squad, Amorim's journey at Old Trafford promises to be one of transformation and ambition. When Antony scored just 35 minutes into his Manchester United debut, Erik Ten Hag must have felt a feeling of justification. The former United manager had championed the pursuit of the Brazilian winger, determined to put his own stamp on the club's wide options, even though the Reds had spent big on Jadon Sancho the previous summer. However, Sancho struggled for form in his maiden season at Old Trafford, scoring just 5 goals in 38 appearances, and Ten Hag felt Antony was the answer. When the Brazilian netted in his first outing in United colours, giving them a 1-0 lead in a 3-1 home win over Arsenal, it looked as though Ten Hag's summer-long pursuit of his former Ajax colleague had been vindicated. The Dutchman's case for wanting to sign the 24-year-old was strengthened all the more when he added to the goal he scored against Arsenal by scoring in the subsequent Premier League matches against Manchester City and Everton. Boasting 3 goals in his first 6 United appearances meant it felt as though United had made the right call to back Ten Hag. Antony's early numbers were encouraging, and he was still adapting to life in a new country. Patience was the very least he deserved. Yet many United fans and journalists alike felt the club was paying an astronomical amount of money for a man that had never played in one of Europe's top 5 leagues. Shelling out €95 million up front, with a further €5 million due in add-ons, was a huge gamble. A little over 2 years on, the gamble has failed to pay off. Antony had 3 goals in 6 games, but has since managed just 9 in 81 with his only strike so far this season via the penalty spot in the 7-0 rout against third-tier Barnsley in the Carabao Cup. Having ended his first season at United with 8 goals to his name, a lot of United supporters were only too happy to give the winger more time to adjust. However, that patience has virtually ran out. He is currently bottom of the pecking order in the race for a place out wide. What is all the more frustrating and disappointing for Antony is that he went on strike in August 2022 to try and force through a move to Old Trafford. He refused to make himself available for selection for Ajax's 1-0 win over Sparta Rotterdam in their 3rd Eredivisie game of the season, amid his desperation to be reunited with Ten Hag. Alfred Schroeder, who succeeded Ten Hag as Ajax boss, said, "Antony is not in the squad. I spoke with Antony and he told me that he didn't feel 100% ready to play. I only want players in the squad that are 100% focused on Ajax." Antony was again left out of the squad for Ajax's 2-0 win over FC Utrecht 7 days later. Schreuder, who was sacked by Ajax in January 2023, said pre-match, "The Antony situation hasn't changed compared to last week. We discuss it internally every day, also with the player. He reports himself at the club and we speak, but I want to focus on the players we have here. For now, Antony is not important." Post-match, however, Schreuder launched a scathing assessment of Antony's pursuit of a move to Old Trafford, claiming the winger's desire to move to England was driven by money. "Nowadays, everything is about money, and I think this is sad. This our world, it's very sad, and I don't approve that these things are happening to us," he said. Having declared that he wasn't focused on playing for Ajax, it was inevitable his move to United would go through, and it was hoped the former Sao Paulo winger would provide United with the sprinkling of magic their attack was longing for. Instead, he is in danger of being remembered as the example of the dumb money Sir Jim Ratcliffe accused United of investing in Fred back in 2018. Having failed to sparkle under the manager, Antony would have backed himself to excel under most. He faces an uphill challenge to rekindle his career under new United head coach Ruben Amorim. Currently out of favour and without having made a meaningful start so far this season, he will be hoping the implementation of new ideas offers him the chance of salvaging his United career. Failing that, his Old Trafford career could be over once and for all sooner rather than later.